Yo, YouTube everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be going through the best Serie A squad possible in FC25, a starter squad, especially for you guys that just get in the game as it releases. I feel like this will be a really good starter squad. Let's get right into it. In at goal, we're going to go with Falcone. Goalkeeper doesn't really matter. We're trying to keep it as cheap as possible. Now, this website, I think it does like an AI predictor or something like that. So I think it kind of just predicts the players where it thinks it's going to be and how much they're going to cost. It's obviously not 100% accurate, but we're going to go with it and we're going to try to do our own judgment as well. In at the right centre-back position, we're going to go with this player. I think it's Marusic. I think it's how you say it. I'm not too sure, but this card looks really good. We look at the 87 pace. For me is a standout like thing. And I was looking at his actual in-game stats as well, and I'm like, for me, the big thing about the defending and physical was just kind of like, as long as they're all rounded, I feel like he doesn't have the highest defending, but they all look okay. It's kind of high 70s. I personally would go for like an anchor or a shadow on him. And I think this card gets to a really good level, and the pace just allows him to be, honestly, one of the best starting centre backs you're going to get. 6'1" as well. I think it's a really solid card. If you didn't want to play him at centre back, you could also put him at fullback. Actually, am I tweaking? I don't think you can put him at centre back. Okay, for some reason, I thought he could be centre back. You know, we're going to put him as our left back. That's fine. We're going to put him as our left back. We're going to go through and we're going to try to find another centre back as we go along. Okay. I think that's okay. We had him out. I thought for some reason he could play centre back, but that's okay. We'll put him at left back. He'll be good to go there. Then we're going to go through with our other centre back, who actually is a centre back now. And you can just see a lot more all-rounded, a lot more even across the ball with 80 pace, 82 defending, 80 physical. And I just really like the look of this card. Once again, 6'3" this time. And I feel like this is a really solid card. I don't think it'll be too expensive simply because he's 81 rated. There's going to be so many centre backs with like similar stats. I feel like he might get swept under the radar and you should be able to get him at fairly cheap. So he's going to make it into my squad. Then we're going to go to the right back position. We're going to get a little bit more pace there with Lazari. Because he's lower rated, he should be okay. Maybe a little bit expensive at the start. Nothing crazy, but I don't think you're going to need anything crazy in terms of defending. I feel like I just like going with someone a bit faster simply because he's my fullback and I want to see him get a bit more attacking, and even his passing is fairly decent, so I am more than happy for him as my right back. Centre back, we're going to go through and we're going to see if there's anyone that kind of comes up. And we got a few players here. Get rid of the adverts. Hopefully that stays away. We're going to go through. We're going to look at the Serie A specifically, and we're just going to see what we can go with here. Oh, no. I'm tweaking. It's literally building a whole squad. This isn't what I want. No. This isn't what I want. Can we relax? Why would it do that to me? It's just messed my whole thing up. Okay, we should be good. Let's get rid of that. We're just trying to get a player in, bro. All we're trying to do is get a player in. That's it. We're just trying to get one player in, and they're doing that. There you go. We're chilling. So we go through. We got a couple of good options. So whatever I'm looking for here, I'm looking for someone around the 1,000 to 2,000 coin mark. And I'm looking for someone with kind of high 70s in the pace and around the 80s in the defending. So we're looking through if anyone kind of meets that criteria. Don't look at anyone insane. But I'm looking through and I'm actually okay with the Godfrey card. If I'm completely honest, I'm actually okay with this card. I feel like it's not amazing looking through, but it can do the job. I think starting squad, I think it could do the job. 6 foot as well. You know, let's go to his normal card. He's got 81 pace, 74, 76. I think it's okay. I think you could potentially upgrade him. His physicality, his stamina does let him down, which isn't the end of the world, which means, you know, if his stamina is the only thing down, that's not the end of the world. The rest of the defending's pretty good. I'm going to go with him. I'm going to keep him in there. Then we move on to our midfielder. It's going to be another Englishman. It's actually going to be Loftus-Cheek, who I think his card looks really good. 81 rated. He's going to be a very solid card for me. A nice little box to box. 4-star. Just overall, really solid card. I think he's going to do the job. He's got the defensive stats, the attacking stats, 6'3". He's got decent physicality, quite high strength, jumping 94. He's going to be an absolute aerial threat. Overall, I just think he's going to be a very good card for your squad, and I'm going to definitely put him in my right centre mid. Left centre mid on the other side here, we're going to go with Musa, who I believe will also be very impactful. I think you could definitely change the way you can play this in terms of formation and game, but I'm going to go for a standard 4-3-3. Once again, just a nice little defensive base midfielder. He's going to do a really good job there. He's going to be able to he's going to be like a nice little CDM, I think. So you could mix the formation up slightly, but I'm very happy with Musa as my left centre mid. In at the cam spot, I always like to go for somebody with like a 5-star weak foot. We're going to go with Mkhitaryan. I spent a little bit of time here deciding on the best cam. He's a little bit slow. He has okay passing, nothing insane. But for me, the 5-star weak foot is going to be the real kind of attribute there because he has really good shots. You can see his shots fairly good. If we can get something that like a Deadeye, just kind of up that shot, up that passing, or even if you want to do something like a Hunter, right? But I personally am going for that long shot and passing. So let's go for something like a Deadeye. And what you're seeing with a Deadeye, right? If we can get to it, there you go. He's going to have really nice passing with that. And his long shots go up as well. So for me, if you can have him at that cam spot, his dribbling is fairly good. His physicality is pretty good, to be honest with you. His pace is okay. For a cam, you don't need anything insane. He's not going to be running in behind, right? He's going to be kind of doing those through balls. I personally would go for a Deadeye, use that 4-star, 5-star, and he's going to be a really good player behind your attack. In at the attack, we're going to start off with the left-hand side, and we're going to go in with, how do you say it? Is it Kanyi? I believe it's a Kanyi. There's a few options there. There was a few options, but I always like to go for a 4-star, 4-star, decent dribbling, gets a job done for me. And this is exactly what that card was. Decent dribbling, 4-star, 4-star, 90 acceleration, really good dribbling, to be fair. Not decent, really good dribbling. His shot is let down by his shot, by his penalties, which means his overall shot is pretty good. He's got decent finishing around the 80 level. I think it'll be a solid card. I think if you get someone like this on your left wing, nice 83 rated winger, I think he'll do the job. I really do. Then we go over to the right hand side, and I think this one might even be slightly better. It's going to be Pulisic's. Pulisic's card is very similar, very, very similar. The key difference for me was a 5-star weak foot. I love having a 5-star weak foot. I think it makes it so kind of unpredictable to use in the box. He has insane dribbling, really good dribbling. Probably my favorite player in the team, I'm not gonna lie. Has insane pace, insane dribbling, good shots. But for me, the 5-star weak foot just is the icing on top. If you had a 4-star, 4-star, it'll be a really good card, but that'll be about it. Like, I would kind of just end it there. But the 5-star makes it completely different. Having a 5-star weak foot, he can shoot on his right or his left. He's going to be so unpredictable in that box. And I feel like having him and Loftus-Cheek here on the right-hand side is just going to be a real threat. You could even like mix it up depending on how you want, but I'm just really happy with the balance of this team. That's the big thing I found, was a balance, especially if these prices are correct. I always expect a little bit more. So yes, this is 20k, but I'm going to go with about 25 to 30k. But honestly, if you guys can spend like, you know, a few FIFA points at the start. Let's say you've got a few spare FIFA points. Do a draft or two. You should be good to go, because you might get someone decent. Do a draft or two. If you're not that best in the game, you're not that confident, do a single player draft, get the prizes, sell everything you get. You should be able to get this Serie A team, which I think is a really solid team. Then we go through with 2-ram up front. One weakness is a 3-star weak foot. Does let him down slightly. I didn't know who to really put up front, if I'm honest with you. I thought, you know what? He looks like a good threat, though. He's 6'4". And he's still got good pace. So I thought, especially early game, having someone 6'4" with 94 jumping, 88 strength, also having 87 pace, I was like, you know what? I think he could be a really good card. So I thought, give him a go. He'll be a decent card. He does have a 4-star weak foot, so I think he'll be a pretty good target man up front, and he can get in behind as well if needed. And this is the squad we're going with. I think it's a very good squad. Let me know down below. Do you guys like this team? Do you guys think you have a better Serie A team you can come up with for a starter squad for around 20k on this website? I think we did a really good job, to be honest with you. YouTube, drop a like if you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys for another one tomorrow. Peace.